Hi, everybody. Happy Sunday. How are you guys? Okay, for just a little while, I'm probably flying by the seat of my pants. And Andra is traveling, but I did invite the Queen's Budget to join me tonight to go over numbers. It's been a numbers kind of a month. Well, January was a numbers kind of a month. But I think that February, I've got to get comfortable because my back hurts. I think that February is going to be just as filled with numbers. I really do. I think that it's going to be unbelievable. Let's say hi to everybody. Hi, Wendy. How's the West Coast? We're actually getting snow right now, and we are at 21 degrees. It goes up a degree, down 2 degrees, up a degree, down 2 degrees. The fire has been going all morning, all day. I think I want to sleep in the living room tonight next to the fireplace. I don't know, I just feel that way. Yeah, Wendy wasn't feeling well on Friday night. How are you? Hi, Jess. Jess K. I think I had a good weekend. I'll tell you, if I can be in here and get things done, I feel accomplished. I really do. Hi, Mama Bear. So Steph and I had such an, I'm hoping she feels the same way, but I think she does because she says it at the end. She and I had the most amazing conversation today. We really did. Hi, Jesse. Jason. Jason, I just got done with my video that will air after this. And I used your name as an example. Just saying. And I have to tell you, Jason, I wanted to message you all week just to say, hey, how you doing? And sorry that I didn't, but just know that it was up in here because usually Jason, like, he senses things and he'll be like, hey, how's it going? Are you okay? Everything good? And I wanted to do the reciprocation of that. Jen O. Jen, thank you for your comments under every video. They go noticed. They do. And I love them. Thank you. We have a lot to talk about, and this is what's great. Oh, you know what I should do? I should take a play out of Andrew's book. Okay. Hi, Carmen. How are you? Actually, I love that icon. I love Betty Boop. Boop, boop, ba-doo. Then I have to say, great segue into here. Lots to talk about. Always so much to talk about when we're together. Kaylee, please, everyone take note of this channel. And if one of my moderators can just drop her channel down below, I would greatly appreciate it. Kaylee was not on the hop schedule this month, right? Because we're trying to bring in newbies and we're trying to, get into a rhythm. The spot for Thursday was going to Bobby, who is the Canadian Finance Journey. She had a death in her family. I say that in my video today. So our hearts and prayers go out to the Canadian Finance Journey. She can't do the video. So I messaged Kaylee today and I said, would you take the spot? She said, yes, right away. I could have just jumped in, but I'm really trying to take a back seat on the hop and give opportunities to other channels. So Kaylee, thank you. You've always told me that, Donna, just message me if you need me. And I heard you, and I did. So thank you. So if you guys can we put up community posts, and I asked every channel to put that community post up. I sent out an email. I was feeling very on point today. I have to shut the heat off. See, you guys get me so excitable. All right. So Kaylee, KD Clogger Budget is taking the spot of the Canadian Finance Journey. Hi, Miss Bev. She's my girl. Hi, Doris. Happy Sunday. What a beautiful picture that is. Oh, my gosh. Miss Judy. Oh, my gosh. See, this is like I get to talk to you all. Judy, I sat at this desk last night and I'm still working. Like there's always something to do here. Like yesterday was my day to do banking. And then all of a sudden I was inside watching TV with John and I go, "Oh my God." Like that kind of excitement. I go, "Donna." I go, "You've got to my car, my new car, my 23 came up for renewal on the 31st of January." Now, I don't know why I do this, but I wait till the very last day to always renew. I always do. And then I have this tendency of always doing it the day later. So I literally was inside. I came in here. I go on to PennsylvaniaDMV.com and I quickly do it. I and all of a sudden I go, huh. And I look at the clock, I go, huh, just like that. I go, "Oh my gosh, I missed Judy's live." So Judy, I have to tell you, I apologize. So just know that I had that oh my gosh moment at 10 something at night. Oh my gosh. Hi, Miss Laura Bell. How are you? So if you guys didn't know, I've been saying this in my videos. Do you guys see the dangles that are hanging? Laura, you're a moderator. Laura, drop your Etsy in the comments. Drop your Etsy, because I have to tell you, I bought the dangles, and I've always loved dangles. I love the Tinkerbell, right? Ugh. But my favorite were my guys, but they're so darn chunky that they might make a comeback. But Laura's dangles, as I drop the world on the floor, Laura's dangles are downright cute. And she gifted me a couple of them, and I want to say thank you. And it's the Christmas ones, and I think that this one is my favorite. I've always had a thing for the peppermint Mickey icons. So thank you. Okay. I'm going to be so far behind on these comments. Hi, Gretchen. How are you? Hi, Kim. How are you? Debbie, nice to see you. Oh, there's my girl, Camera Queen. Michelle, where's our girl? Am I going to get to her in a minute? Hi, Melissa. Onisa. Hit that like button, says Michelle. Don't forget. Thank you. Hi, Miss Lakin. How are you? I know what that was to the comment that I always feel like I end our conversations on a high. Like when we speak on the phone, I'm like, whoa. You know what, Jay? I'll give you a hint. It's about nicknames. I was getting into a spiel about nicknames, and I wasn't sure if you were okay with me using your Jay, like just calling you Jay, because my brother, you can't call him anything but James. So I always want to ask sometimes with proper names. Hi, Jean. Jean, you're coming on the cruise with us, aren't you? I think Jean's coming on the cruise. All right, I'm gonna talk a little bit about that too. I made my shirt. Did you guys know? Some of you might know this. I made my shirt. We have Donald on the sleeve on my thing, and then hold on. You see my quack on the back? There's my quack on the back. Let me pick up my binder that I dropped. Right after TJ's wedding, I had ordered in these what do they call these? They call them spirit wear, something like that. And Rena and I made them while she was here for the wedding, because we were going to Disney right after that. So, hi, Amy. How are you? Misha, nice to see you. We were together on Friday night at Andrew's live. Andrew was tired this week. You saw that, right? Hi, Symphony. How are you? Monty, how's New York doing? How's my old stomping grounds? Thank you, Mama Bear. Hi, Melody. Look how cute that picture is. Do you get to see people's pic? Like, look how cute they all are. All right. You guys are awesome. Yes, Bobby is in our pair. She's a sweetie. And I want her to know she's got a spot in March. I'm going to do, my goal is this, and you guys are all saying hi to one another, and I love it. Hi, Rhonda. How are you? Hi, Nichelle. The dramatic panda. How are you guys? All right. Yes, prayers to her. Lisa's here. Where's Shar? Ah, there she is. How come you're late to the party? Just curious. Michelle was here first. Did you take separate cars? You did too, right? Okay, so thanks. I don't feel so bad. Because you know what's funny? I thought of it last night, and then I sat down to do my budget. And Judy's on my budget sheet now because I'm doing her Saturday save, and then I'm also doing her hearts. Well, come on, Donna. Who really wants to give the government their hard-earned money? Oh, goodness. They're going to think I'm laundering soon. I don't know. Shar, are you an orange bird person? Not everybody knows who the orange bird is. Just like not everybody knows who Figment is. And depending on Shar's age, that was really a 70s thing. But she says she was excited. Okay. Really? Oh, I'm so happy. All right, so next time I'm in Florida, you buy the drink. I'm kidding. I'm teasing. You're all going to think I'm an alcoholic. I was talking about beer on my channel today. I'm like, what the heck? That's because I really didn't have anything to drink in the month of January because I was too cheap to buy it. I took that no spend seriously. Can we talk about that for a second? Did you guys take the no spend seriously? Hi, Miss Linda. Linda's coming on the cruise too. Hi, Christina. How are you? Oh, we got Nori. And Jean says she is coming. She's coming on the cruise. I'm telling you, this cruise is going to be amazing. Thank you. Thank you. Hi, Reese. And Deanna. Rose, I think you came up. Wait, let me think about this. I was actually thinking of you. But I think I was telling a story to Mama Bear today, but I didn't use your name. Oh, let me think about this. Oh, it'll come to me. You were on my mind today, Miss Rose. You were in the office. Oh my gosh. See, I didn't think. Not everybody knows who that is. But can I tell you guys something? I don't mean to call her out, but it was made for someone in this chat, and I'm not going to call her out. Not every, it was made for one of our villagers here. She requested it, and honestly, he's been on my radar. I got a text. I just want to make sure it's not one of my kids, and it's not. These, see, this is how much I love this stupid bird. So when you go to Disney, you put this under your shirt, and then they're magnetized. So you walk around with the stuffed animal, you see, on your shirt. But in my video, I said I usually put them in my hat. And then if I'm walking around with Disney with Rena, I'll be like, it's on my head, right? And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, it's on my head, right? And she's like, yeah. And she's like, will you stop? I'll let you know if it's not on your head. Oh, right? It takes you back to being a kid. let me catch up. And if I missed something that you were trying to tell me, say it again, okay? Because I want to catch up with you all. If not, I feel like I could be here forever. How many, because we got 88 strong, how many of you didn't know who the orange bird is? Just tell me if you did. Just say no. Oh, Visha going to Disney next week? Go see Orange Bird. Wait, I missed what Shar said on the smokes. Oh, good job. I love that. I did buy the Tims and I made it for the first time today, so I felt good. Okay, wait, we got some nose here. Whoa, I got to go back. I didn't expect the nose to be that much. Wait. Wow. Mama Bear, you too? You know what? This was an East Coast. This was a Disney World thing, not a Disneyland thing. Wow. Wow. Well, he represents. He represents the orange groves of Florida. So that's why he became so popular. And when I was young, he was on a lot of things in Disney World. Because he's East Coast. He's East Coast. Okay. Oh, you know what? I swear that these cartoons and this kind of stuff definitely keep me in a younger mindset. Wait a second. I think it was Kim. Kim, wasn't it you? I said how old I was in the video the other day, and she's like, "No way." And I'm like, "Yeah, I am." But you got to remember something. There's a filter on this. It hides some lines. There's lines. There's no makeup. Wait a second. Here we go. We lived in the Orange Groves, and it was a lot of things around Winter Haven, like Donald Duck to this day is on the water tower in Lake Wells. Right. But Orange Bird was just historical for me. Love him. Yes, the heart. Yes, and they used to have a female. Let me think about this. They had like a pageant girl that also represented the orange groves back then. Okay. Do you want to hear? I have to take him off because, well, if he hits the floor, I know where to find him. Okay. So I didn't tell you all this. You don't know. I talked the talk and walked the walk with the no spend in January. Rena was, of course, in one of the parks. All of a sudden, my phone starts going off. She's like, "Look what they have." And I look and I go, "Huh?" She goes, "Yeah." Wait a second. Okay. I have my hanging out pants on, so don't make fun of my sweatpants. You see the books, right? I have the books. These books cost $35. But do you see the size of them? They're bigger than my head. I love my books. Rena messages me this week because that's annoying the heck out of me. Oh, and do you see who's here? Scrooge McDuck. Oh, if he was just a little longer. She messages me this week or last week, and she's like, "Look what they have." And they're minis of these. The exact same ones, but miniature. I go, "Oh, how much?" She's like, "The same price as the big ones." I go, "No, don't need them." She goes, "What?" I go, "No, don't buy them for me." She goes, "You don't want them?" I go, "Do not buy them for me." She's like, "Really?" And I said, yes. So I had willpower this week, but then I said, I'll be in Disney in November. If they're still there and they're meant to be purchased, maybe I'll buy them. Oh my gosh, I killed myself. So, what did I miss? Let's see. I miss having Andra. She's so good at this. I think Scrooge needs to come down a little. Let's see if I can drop him so that he just dangles in my screen. Let's see. How fun would that be? Uncle Scrooge McDuck. My rig is above me where my camera sits. Oh, goodness. Okay, turn around. How cute is he? Oh, look at who's hanging with me. Be nice if he was a little bit to the side. That's okay. We'll leave him alone. Does that bother you guys? Just curious. This is my other Mickey dangle, which should go back on one of my books. Okay. Whew, squirreling. This, can I just tell you, this is a nice reprieve of hanging out and just chatting with you all. Kendra only has, what is she saying? In PA or Canada on her school list now. Okay. Nice. Stay away from that city. Okay, so it's not bothering you. All right. How do you guys feel about starting with the brick wall, right? Let's do the brick wall, and then let's get into numbers. You guys want to do numbers? I'm kind of curious of what your feedback would be. Let's do the brick wall. I'm going to switch us down. Let's go to settings and switch it. Okay. Oh my gosh. We're going to do this, and that is in Roger. Not Roger. Tinkerbell. Let's do the brick wall. Here's my 20. And we have a 3 over here, so I'll do that 3. That 7 is 10. And we'll do this 8, which is 18. And this marker is not marking. And then we have to find a 2. Okay, 20 it is. I wonder if we're going to get to the point where we can't make 20. Huh. Oh my gosh, you're killing me, Smalls. We have 10, 20, 22, 24, 26, 27, 28. $280 saved with the village. Oh my gosh. Do you love it? I love it. I love that we're saving money. Who here is also saving the 52-week challenge on Wednesdays? Just let's see who's out there. And what do you guys think of the Parisian girl? Lisa put that word in my head today. Oh, Paris. Oh, she's got a cute little beret on. Okay. Look at you all go. Hands up. Nice. Deanna, that is an amazing, amazing amount. Give yourself credit. I did. It's coming up in the video next, but do you want to see it? All right, I'm going to wait. Let's see. Would you like to see the new challenge now, or do you want to wait for my video to upload? If it's now, say now. I know somebody else that's actually going to fast track the brick wall for their own. They're not going to just do 20 a week. Okay. Hi, Trina. Okay. Me, now please. Oh, I like that, Misha. That's very cute. Okay. Okay, you ready? Let's move Donna. She doesn't need to be in the picture. Let's fix the camera. And aren't you glad I'm into orange? I said that about 100 times in my video tonight. Isn't this adorable? So this is a 40 and a 150. But what's nice is it's a color and scratch. Ooh, shoot, that almost knocked everything over all by itself. I swear I have a ghost in here. I wasn't kidding when I said that. Do you love it? I love it. Do you see? It came out of me. I needed him in my life. I needed him. Just looking at this silly bird is just like so sweet and such a happy emotion. So we have high denomination, low denomination. Every budget can get it. You know, you can work on it. But what's nice is this, okay? Because I know that when I scratch my older challenges and I get a 50 or a 25 and a 30, everybody gasps. Well, I want you to save the higher denomination without surprises. So that's why it is a color and save scratch. And if you guys didn't know this, the girl that created the color and scratch is Kelsey over at Budget Better Life. She's coming on the cruise. Yeah. So you guys, well, whoever's watching, there's 104 of you, but just know it's going to show up in the video tonight. Oh, Wendy, you know me so well. And it's so funny. So if you are a content creator and you start replying to comments on YouTube, YouTube sometimes gives you an automated reply, not always. And I usually don't do them because I like to add my XO at the end because it's just my way of, it's like an endearment thing, right? But today I went to comment on one of them and it had a joke. It said, aren't you glad I'm in orange mode? And I was just like, oh, I like that. So that became my line, I guess, thanks to an AI. Hi, Kimberly. How are you? Thank you guys for hitting that like button. So before we get into numbers, because I think I'm going to wait for Amory because she did work today. What I wanted to do was I want to talk to you about this. And I do have some notes. Every day, there's so much I want to talk to you about. And I think that there's going to be a members only live again, where it's just really one-on-one. And it's just for you guys. Maybe next Wednesday, a week from this Wednesday. I'll let you know if that's coming. So, affirmations. In my videos every day, do you guys, and be truthful, be honest, do you listen to them? Do you fast forward past them? Do you write them down? I just gave you 3 things. Do you watch them? Do you, what do you feel about the affirmations? Let's see what we've got. I'm gonna grab my water. My Italian water. I think this is my last one. Oh, is Mari here? Ah, hi, Mari. And it's Sunday night. She's usually with her family. Hi, sweet girl. You watch, you write them down. So, okay. I'm reading those comments. Oh, Bev, I like that one. Do you guys see what Bev does? I like that. Okay. Thanks for your honesty. That works. Okay. Okay. So let's see how I can do this. This month, the affirmations are going to be about financials, right? As many as I can. We did them, I think we did financials back in November-ish, something like that. I read a lot and I dive deep in topics, especially if they can promote or help us promote the goodness in us and our financials, right? So, affirmations can help us get into a mindset. Mindsets could be bad, they could be good, they could be great. I literally, when I get into something, I can actually close out a lot of it, like, and focus. And that's what I'm kind of doing right now. But with the HELOC, with the numbers I want to bring at you guys today, I do all that. But for me, and I'm going to read this off my paperwork, and just to show you, I created a whole new book for myself where I am, and I talked about this Friday night, right? So if you guys were on that live Friday night, you're going to hear me. Brain dump. I think Bev said brain dump, right? I just started jotting things down. I needed to get into a mindset, an affirmation mindset, a positive word mindset. So maybe we get rid of the word affirmation. And these are just words to encourage us, right? Encourage us, push us, boost us, spark something in our brains. These are some that I wrote down for myself over the last month of January. And it's amazing where these came from. They must have came from deep inside. My life is at a turning point and I am ready. Oh. Despite the frustrations, I am on my way to make my financial goals come true. Now, these are my words. These aren't written on the internet. I believe, oh boy, I believe that my debt confession was divine timing. Since the day I did that video, my perspective changed for the good. Okay, but that came with words. I have wish, set goals, let it go, cut the strings. For me, that debt confession, I literally cut strings. When I received that inheritance check, that was cutting strings. So many things got to get cut. Like, you know what I mean? I needed to channel the energy of abundance. And I think I've done a really good job of that in the last 30 days. In order for me to channel that, I had to be in a mindset. Now, I'm the one that's reading those affirmations to you all. I'm writing them down. And by me reading them and me writing them down, it triggers the law of attraction. Now, we talk about this all the time. Now, if you can sit there and say, oh my God, what is this mumbo jumbo? Are you kidding me? Really? It's okay. When you're ready to hear that message, when you're ready to hear that signal versus that noise, it's a thought process. It's a mindset. Hi, Marlene. Can I tell you, Marlene and I are new friends. This community, and I have to thank everyone in this community. You guys brought us together. I heard that you guys dropped my name to her because she was having a situation with Etsy. And you guys told her, go to Donna, go to Donna. And that's what I heard. So I want to say thank you for anyone that left a message on her community post. And Marlene, thank you for coming and joining us. You are always welcome. And I look forward to our financial relationship here on the YT. So it's nice. It really is. So welcome. Thank you for joining us. So I know I just said a lot. You understand that people brought us together. People knew she had an issue and they were like, go to Donna. And let me tell you that, like, I love to answer that call. But you know what? If you know that what she does for a living and you know what I do for a living, you know that that's what we do. We answer the call. And now I've taken that call to financial. I'm answering the call and I'm speaking it. It's something that's rolling off my tongue more than it's ever done in my life. Now listen, I'm not no financial advisor. I didn't have all my ducks in a row for a very long time. But I can honestly say my ducks are getting in a row and they are right behind one another. They are regimented. So I just said a lot. And Jay, be honest with me. If it's totally not your style, not your thing, let me know that. But if it is, and somebody here, let me know what you're feeling right now. Because after I channeled the energy of abundance, I'm switching my view because, and listen, I tell you all the time, I'm not a great speller. So you might see spelling errors on this page, but I don't care because I know what it says. So don't judge me on my spelling. I'm going to show you this notepad. I'm going to show you this notepad. And then let's have a conversation about it. Okay. I don't need my name up there, do I? How do I change my name? I'm just going to put Donna. I don't even need my name up there. This way you see the whole screen. I'm just going to put D. Okay. Do you guys see this? Okay. Yes, Jess, we do. I can help train your ducks. Oh my God. You guys are killing me. You're killing me. We're going to talk about that, Patty. But do you see? This is why I bring the affirmations. This is exactly why I want us to write things down. I want to look at it. I want to write it. I want to rewrite it. Oh my gosh, wait. Rose. Is Rose still here? It just came to me. Rose asked a question. Rose, and this, I'm not, I love the question on Friday night. Let me just read a couple of questions. Amory, I'll be with you in just a minute or two, okay? Oh, you guys are all hysterical. Look at you. You guys are funny. Hi, Anne-Marie. Okay. The affirmations are fine. Some click, but I'm not a very spiritual person. Okay. Jason, I'm gonna talk to you for a second. But if I'm talking to you, it might resonate with somebody. So much on not being spiritual. And we're going to come back to this. I need to look at you. I need to look at you. Or I need you to be able to see me. Okay. Take spirituality out of the equation. 100%. Take it out. Right? What was that? That was the law of gravity, wasn't it? We can't see it, but it's there. Sir Isaac Newton, the apple falling from the tree. Take the spirituality out of the affirmation. Find the law of attraction. You throw it out there, it's going to come back to you. You throw the negative out there, you're going to get the negative. Throw the positive out there, you might get the negative back depending on who you're hanging with. But you've got to create your own positivity. You've got to create your own financial freedom. Now, this is, I'm telling you, I think it works. I think it works. It's because it comes back to the word I started with, mindset. It's just the waves of the brain, the waves that we're putting out there. No, take the spirituality out of the equation. Yes, positivity breeds positivity. We've talked about this, guys. We got this, right? So, and I don't ever want to push spirituality or faith on anyone. Never, ever is that my intention. It's not. But there are things out there that we can't actually say why it happens. But if we put ourselves in that mindset, we might be able to change so much in our moments without even knowing we're doing it. I'm just saying, just try it. Wait, I gotta go back. I've got a great deal of positivity. We do have a good group of positive people. A boomerang, right? Very true. Got you. So true. Lisa loves you, Jason. Lisa and Jason. No, I'm only kidding. I'm just making jokes because, I sometimes think I'm a comedian. But it just took me back in time when we think about it. When I make jokes and I say something like that, it's like you went back to when we didn't worry about finances. It's that quick second. Because life is too serious half the time. Rose. Rose is still here. I remember what you said on Friday night. Rose said, can you track too much? And I said, no. Andra said yes. But I'm going back to this, where I said, write it down, read it, write it down again, think it, make it a part of doodle it. While you're sitting there, when I'm tallying numbers, do you know what I do recently? This is what I do. I caught myself doing this. I'm tallying numbers, and I know I'm nowhere near a zero balance. I just keep writing zero. Because I want it to get to zero. It will get to zero, but I'm imagining that zero coming faster. I'm just saying the mindset and the positivity and the affirmations all come into play. It is, and these are my notes, right? Feelings are real. Happy, feel good, feel great, feel scared. Because these were the emotions that I had for the last 30 days, right? And then I said, I know it will be okay. And then I signed my name. These are things I wanted to talk. See, I did do a brain dump without realizing I did a brain dump, Bev. We talked about this, right? We talked about the velocity and me paying off my mortgage and doing that whole thing, which we're going to get into, and how mortgage, mort means dead, engage means pledge. So it was a dead pledge, right? We talked about this. And that comes into perspective a lot, especially for most of us that have mortgages and we're trying to get from under them. Okay. These are all my words. I wish, and they were in brown. I wish I did some coloring to them. Where's I might? Goals, debt elimination. I am on. I think I said this to Lisa today. I'm not anywhere near you guys in the comment. So if one of my people, if I've got to see something, can someone just message me? Tell me, look up. Debt elimination helps us to then build wealth, right? Which is what I want to do. I want to build generational wealth. That is my goal. But that goal doesn't even it's not even about me. It's about generational. And I want to do that so badly. And I'm going to. This is an oath that we should really try to take together. And maybe we do this kind of video at the end of every month or the beginning of the month for last month. If you guys like that idea, let me know. Oh, she's in the house. Our girl's in the house. Safe travels. She's traveling today. My new goal, which probably takes precedence over all others, is to pay as little interest as I possibly can from now on. From now on. I'm done. And I'm going to teach that to TJ, and I'm going to teach it to Vinny even more than I have. Goals. If you guys did not start and this is going to be a separate video, telling you 2025, another goal. I'm saying it right now. By December of 2025, somebody's messaging me. I must need to look up. Oh, hold on. Aw, Anne's showing me her dinner. Goals. One of my 2025 goals is going to be revamping at least half of this room. I already messaged TJ yesterday, and I'm like, I have a cabinet to my right, and I'm like, it's got to go this week. And he said, yes, Mom. Yes, Mom. I think we need to do, the quarterly goals. I think that you need to take that quarterly goal sheet and not make it all about financing. You need to have your own personal goals in that also. I think that's so important. I really do. Hi, Miss Ann, your salad looked very good. Okay. Set goals, map a strategy. Now, what I've learned in the last 3 weeks is this. And if you don't have a piece of paper out yet, I think you need to go get a piece of paper. And I'll wait a minute or two. I'll wait. Please get a piece of paper or even your phone or whatever. And when you guys are ready, can you just put ready in the comments? Because I think this is important. Nice job. Go, Rose. So, Rose, getting back to you, I believe track, and track. Write it down, rewrite it, revisit it, look at it again. How can you get from point A to point B? And how can you wind up with 0? Okay, you guys are ready. All right. I want you to write down income. Actually, I'm going to switch my camera. You don't need to see me. some things I need you to look at me because I need to be that authoritative, not authoritative, you know me. Because I have your best interest at heart. And I want you guys to hear me loud and clear. My phone does not recognize me when I have my glasses on. Did yours do that? All right, let's switch this. Okay. I want you to write down income. I want you to skip a line. I want you to write down expenses. Skip a line. I want you to write down debt. Skip a line. And then I want you to write down cash flow. Okay? These right here, this right here, you must know these numbers. You must know them. This is almost like an assignment. And I'm gonna bring this back up next week. In fact, I'm gonna write a note. Sunday Live. Income, expenses, debt, and cash flow. I'm gonna come back next week and I'm gonna ask you if you did this. Now, why am I asking you? And I don't want to know your numbers. That's not why I'm asking you. I think it's so important that you write down what your income is. Then I want you to write down your expenses and what your debt is. And I want you to do the math on these and see what your cash flow is. And then we're going to reanalyze this to see how you can save this monies and maybe put it towards specific debts. The other thing that is truly important is your monthly payment to, and this is about credit cards. Your monthly payment, what date it closes, and what the interest rate is. So if you were to take just a piece of paper and you write down each one of your credit cards, you know what? Oh, this is where I wish I had Andrew here to talk. And then I'll tell you what. I am going to make a sheet. And this is going to be gifted to you all. Describe expenses for everyone. All right. Okay. I'll describe expenses in a minute. Do you see this? This is a major player in my life in 2025. This is extremely important. Jason, I love it. I absolutely love it. All right. Wendy, I'll get to that in a second, because I believe that this goes with what I was trying to say before. And I'm hoping that what's coming out of my mouth is not noise and that you're receiving it as a signal. Because I feel honestly and truly what I'm trying to come across saying to you is important information. Information, what do you need to focus on? What are your duties and goals? See, I'm a duties girl. This is my duty. This is my job. This comes with my regiment attitude. I have to focus on the solutions, because it will, by doing those, focusing on the solutions, you're going to improve your life. And it's going to give me an opportunity of growth. And if it's going to give me that opportunity of growth, what do you think it's going to give you? So find a way to get rid of the noise, the gossip, the distraction, the random data, the music playing in the background, the TV on while you're trying to concentrate on your numbers. Shut the world out. This, for the past week or so, I'm going to get to that. That's the building stuff. Okay, let me go to this one. We're not going to go anywhere. Huh. Do you see this? Now, I wanted to tell this to Andra. Is Andra still here? I'm just curious. Andra, are you listening? I need to know. I'm going to wait for her to say yes. Did she say whether or not she was getting on her plane yet? Wait. I am struggling with everything now because I want to plan. Be prepared, but I'm looking for a job right now because I do not know what the future income will be. I'm lost. That's a temporary struggle. Just know that. That is temporary. She's on a 40-minute delay. Is she here, though? Okay, she's here, she says. Okay. So I wanted to bring this to the table on Friday night. And Anne-Marie taught me this word the other day. I've heard it. I've never ever really put thought into it. Synergism. Synergy? Ha. Can you all see this? When two or more things work together to produce a combined effect that is greater than the sum of their individual effects. Essentially, the whole is greater than the parts when they collaborate. Combined effects is greater. Now, I have Andra in the room. I have Budget with Mama Bear in the room. I have Lisa in the room. I have Anne-Marie in the room. But I'm going to tell you all this right now. I can't mention you all by name. But even though this says two, put us all together, and with all of our synergy, our effect is going to be so much greater than you could ever imagine. I was yesterday. And when I first wrote this down, my girls, me, Anne-Marie, she's been working numbers with me. Andra, you all know what she's done with me. Mama Bear, Lisa, and I'm going to throw Jason in there because Jason and I had a long talk about finances too. But you guys got to know that even though it says two, this came to my table and I took it and I was just like, I got to talk to them about this because come Sunday nights when we're together, this is such an amazing event. And it's not for one person or the other person, it's for all of us. And then I will get to expenses. I promise one day I will not forget. And the village will not let me forget. I'm going to come back because I think this needs a one-on-one, right? Face-to-face. Let's talk about this. No comparison. We talk about this often, but this hit me again this week in a video, right? Someone, and whatever the comment was, no big deal. It was a perfect comment because it got a conversation started. And if you saw Wednesday's video, it was, please don't compare. Don't compare my finances. Don't compare your finances to Lisa and this person and Jason and Andra and Mama Bear or even Marlene. Don't compare, because I get comments underneath my videos. I think I have two that I know of that are debt free. I've got two ladies that are, I'm not debt free. So don't compare. And if you're watching one of my videos and it goes over your head, so to say, and this is their words, not my words. Whoa, pause for a second. Hey, Donna, do you think you can elaborate on this, and this? Because I want to get this, I need to get this out there. And I know so many of you watch my videos every day, but Wednesday was important. I sat on that conversation, that statement, that post. I sat on it for 24 hours, if not longer. And it kept playing in my head, right? And I knew there was another message to this, but you guys got to realize this. Got to realize this. I did not start saving money yesterday. It's not a miracle I'm at where I'm at. I literally sat here and I go, I know how I started. I started with 50 cents on a Friday video. During my crafty days, we've talked about this. I literally went back to all my videos and I found that video. And that was in 2019. I think it's in here. I think it's on a notepad in here. And then I was like, then I did that 100 envelope challenge. That challenge changed my life. And then I focused on saving money. And every year I got a little bit more ahead. This is 6 years ago, 2019. So it didn't just happen in the last 6 months or 6 days, 6 years. Give yourselves grace. That's all I'm saying. Give yourself grace. Track it, write it, show up here. If you're feeling like you can't get through something, throw it in the comments because we'll all have your back. We will all boost you. We'll give you a different mindset. But today, when I was talking with Budget with Mama Bear and we were talking about the cruise, I said to her, and she's probably listening, I said to her, you know what? She goes, what? I go, while we're on that cruise, we're going to find rocking chairs. Do you all know what I'm talking about with the rocking chair? We're going to go find rocking chairs. She's like, do they have rocking chairs on the ship? I was like, even if they don't, we're going to find a row of chairs and we're going to pretend we're rocking and we're going to think of the future where we're sitting back, rocking in our chairs and we're debt free. I might sound like a broken record, but we're going to get there. We're going to get there and we're going to get there together. Do you guys see what you just do to me? Holy crap. Did I miss? Okay. I'm missing the comments. So I might have to have a conversation with my girls after this because I feel like I'm missing you all. Small wins. Okay, here we go. Let's go back. Right. Can't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. But think about today, and in 6 years, come talk to me and say, hey, Donna, oh my God, you were right. That Sunday night, remember this moment. Remember it. I understand it's hard, but I can sit back and go, I'm nowhere near Black and Blue. I'm nowhere near Betty's, and I don't even know who that person is. We talked about her quickly today. I'm not near them. I don't have what they have, but I'm not sitting here saying, whoa, me. I'm saying, I'm going to keep doing what's best for this household. And if I can do that and plant seeds for you all, I think that's a win-win. And this is the truth, okay? Poor Amory's probably sitting there going, Donna, my girls have said it to me. They're watching my every move right now with my velocity and my finances. And they're like, we want to see what you do and how you do it. And I'm like, I'll do it. I'll take the risk. I'll take the chance. So I'm basically doing that for all of us. I'm going to check my phone again, only because I just, Okay. She says that you guys are all doing great in the comments. You guys are fabulous. Yes, it takes a lot of hard work. Who had chapter 1? What am I missing with chapters? Thank you, Patty. I feel like I missed so many comments. Don't give up. Now, I don't know what you guys are all talking about. I'm just going back. Okay. All right. Let's segue into this. And we, hi, Jennifer. I didn't see you come in. Let's break this down. We talked about it. Okay. Expenses. Are you asking, Wendy, I'm going to ask you some questions and I'd like to see what your answers are. Okay. Each one of us is on our own journey. Yes. And these are all tools, right? Donna, I'm not trying to be funny here, but you are for us financially what Richard Simmons was. I used to love him back in the 70s when I was a teenager, and he used to come on General Hospital. Oh, Jen, you just made my day. Wait, I want to go back. You know what? Anne-Marie, are you ready for a link? Let me send Anne-Marie a link and let's get her on board here. And then we'll go into expenses. All right, I'm going to email it to you right now. Okay, link is being sent. All right, it was sent. All right, let me I lost Anne-Marie's comment. Wait, let me, I've been stressing because I've been on long-term disability. It hasn't improved. You're in my prayers, my friend. You're in my prayers. All right. I don't know where Anne-Marie's comment went. Oh, here you go. Okay. Anne-Marie was sent a link. Now, Wendy asked about expenses. Now, Anne-Marie is the Queen's budget, if you guys did not know this. She says, personally, she combines expenses into 4 categories: mortgage, sinking funds, utilities, and variable. Variable is groceries, gas, takeout, credit card payments, self-care. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm not trying to be funny. Expenses is everything that you spend $1 on, and cash flow is everything that you don't spend $1 on. So, Wendy, could you be more specific in what you wanted to know if we could talk about expenses? Hi.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, everybody. This is Anne-Marie. She is the Queen's budget. Okay, so I was just saying, I don't know if you heard me before you popped in. Oh, Jesus is in the house. Oh, would you like to answer that first?
Oh. Yeah, so what I do is I do it through Bank of America because I have a checking and savings account with them. And when I call them, they just transfer over the money that I want to put at 0% over into my checking account. So you can use the checks. It's the same thing. Or if you have your credit card attached to the same bank, they will transfer it right over for you.
And we'll get into that in a minute. Let's go back to her question in regards to expenses.
Yeah.
Because honestly, an expense is everything that you spend $1 on, and cash flow is everything that you have at the end that you do not spend $1 on. If you had to literally be black and white about it. So Jason says, I spent 3 months tracking our spending in order to compile our expenses and then breaking that down to necessary versus unnecessary. Ooh. Jason, I think we need to have a business meeting this week. Oh, I'm loving this. But I don't even compare my now to my last year. I was much more ahead this time last year, and life happened. Now I'm restarting slow and steady. Girl, you know that the tortoise always wins. The hare does not. The tortoise and the hare. Slow and steady will always win the race. Love it. Okay. Needs versus wants. We talk about this all the time. I even speak from the heart in my videos where I go, I just want it, but then I don't do it.
Mm-hmm.
And it hurts, but that hurt is gone real fast. Real fast. All right. So let's pause for a second and let me throw this out there. Does anyone want to, with everything that we just talked about prior to this moment, do you want me to clarify anything? Are you good with what we did tonight? How do you feel about where tonight went? Do you give it a thumbs up? Are you confused? Just give me a quick blurb. Are you good? Did you hear me? Is it noise versus signal? Did you get the signal tonight? Love it. Let's see what everybody has to say, and then we're gonna get into numbers. Okay. Homework to do. So I did start a Sunday. Sundays are going to change for me on my channel. Sundays, I'm going back to original, saving money like I did when I first started saving money, because I needed to walk you through the beginning of how I started my journey. So Sundays is, do you want to save money? And then it will be where it all began. So that's going to be, and it's already started in a playlist on my videos, Save Money Slow and Steady, $25 a week with me over on that video. So Sundays are going to change just a little. Okay. Okay. Let's see what I agree. Hi, Brenda. How are you? Lisa says you should pay yourself first, meaning save, then spend. What's not left, not the other way around. Exactly. That is 100% right. And we talk about this all the time. Put the darn thing in the cart. Walk away from it. 2 days later, go back. Do you really need it? That actually works. It actually works. Okay. So I did not do this video, and it's coming. And there's reasons why I did not do this video. A lot happened last week with that. And there's going to be a whole video coming. You might get some of the seeds, but watching fantastic velocity banking in play for myself, knowing that Anne-Marie started targeting her mortgage debt her way, right? I asked in my video the other day, I linked her, did anyone go watch her pay off her mortgage video? Did anyone? And if you didn't, that's okay. If you did, give me an I did. Great. Thanks, Patty. Okay. So Robin did. Trina did. All right. Melissa, Michelle. Okay. All right. And if you didn't, that was okay. But the reason why I asked you to watch that is because I'm going to take on more than I know. I'm taking on more than I think I can handle. But no, I'm not even going to say that. I'm taking on more, and I know I can handle it. Okay. So Anne-Marie did a video. Anne-Marie, you want to tell them a little bit about that video and how you did it and why you did it?
Sure. Sorry, I'm coming down with a little cold, so I apologize if I have to clear my throat. So I'm like a lot of you guys where I heard about velocity banking. I was watching videos about it, and this was back in like 2018, before I even had a YouTube channel. And I loved the concept. I understood it, but the HELOC confused me because first of all, I didn't have a lot of equity in my house at the time. So I didn't know if I could get a HELOC. And then when I contacted my bank, they're like, no, we just give you a equity loan. Or the loan word kind of scared me because it wasn't like the HELOC that they were talking about in the videos. So I was debt free at the time, except for my mortgage at the time. And I said, I got to pay this down. So I thought to myself, they're always giving me these offers on my credit cards of 0%. So I thought, well, what if I take money out on the 0% and then just apply it to the principal of the mortgage? Because when you pay down the principal of the mortgage, you pay down your interest for that month. So if, because let's say your monthly payment is $1,000. Well, only let's say 200 of the 1,000 goes towards the principal, and $800 is how much you're paying in your interest, because the interest is front loading, meaning that the bank is going to get your interest before you pay your mortgage off. So if you can pay down the principal, you don't have to pay that interest for that month. So I started with like $5,000. And the $5,000 took me all the way down where I was saving like $20,000 in interest. So I took a year to pay off the $5,000 and paying my mortgage every month. So you have to be very regimented in this because you have to pay both. But in the long run, I'm saving myself on the interest. So once I realized that that was feasible and I was able to do it, I started taking out higher amounts on the 0%, because my boyfriend and I are paying this down together. So we started in 2019 taking out like 20 grand, because it came to like probably like $1,500 to pay off, because it was for 18 months. And we were able to put that extra payment on the credit card and pay our mortgage. But I'm telling you, I've done 7 rounds of this so far, and you cannot believe how much interest I'm saving in the long run. So that's how it's kind of a concept of velocity banking. I think that they also tie that strategy into velocity banking as another avenue. And I think they do touch upon it on videos as well. So maybe that's where I got the idea. It was so long ago. But during the pandemic, the banks were not giving the 0%, offer at that time. It took about a year and a half before they started resending offers. I think they were kind of afraid people couldn't afford to pay the payments because people were not working. So I did lose about a year and a half of doing it, but I definitely am back at it. I took out $25,000 back in November. So we're paying that off right now, but that all went towards my principal.
That is truly amazing. Truly amazing.
And I explained it in my video exactly step by step what's happening, why it's important. Because if you look at your mortgage when you first get it, for example, like a $300,000 mortgage, you're paying like $400,000 in interest. You're paying the bank another house before you even like get your own house. So you're giving the bank two houses, mine and someone else's, in interest, and that should make you all angry.
Okay, so I heard her in her video. I received the signal. Now, when I start using this terminology, you guys will be like, I know where Donna is coming from now. Okay, so I heard her. And with the velocity banking and where I'm at, I'm like, I thought that I was going to wait until I was done with this before I attacked the building, right? And then something wasn't sitting right in my head, and I go, you know what? Let me reach out to Amory. So, I said to Amory, I messaged her. I'm like, will you go over numbers with me? And what does she do? Amory, I'm going to make you laugh. She goes, yeah, sure. She calls me. And she's like, I'm driving, but I'm hands-free. I go, nope. We talked for like 3 minutes. I'm like, no. Focus on your driving. Call me when you get home. No rush. I needed, not that I wanted, I needed to know what I would actually be saving if I did this. And she said to me, oh, you just need to have the mortgage calculator. So I had hung up the phone with her. I did a quick research. She gets home. She calls me back and she says, ba, ba, ba. And I go, oh, I pulled it up already. 3 hours, ladies and gentlemen. We were on the phone for 3 hours. We were talking and we were brainstorming and we were working it. Now, I'm going to use the word. I was pissed off. I was so mad. The F-bomb was flying out of my mouth. I think that this is downright ridiculous. And I'm going to pull up on the screen. So I'm going to make the two of us smaller. And we're going to go over this calculator. And I'm going to want you, in fact, I'm going to drop this calculator in the description box. And you all need
and it's
to...
It's the same calculator that I used in my video.
Yes, it is. So I'm going to drop this calculator and bookmark it. Bookmark it. I'm telling you, bookmark it. All right. Is it not allowing me? Did it not come through? Huh. It froze on my end. Oh. Hold on. It's not allowing me to. Am I not allowed to? Huh. It's not allowing me to share that website.
I'm on it right now, Donna. Do you want me to see if I can present?
Yeah, no, not present. I want to drop it in the links.
Oh, I see.
I'm trying to drop the mortgage calculator to the link, and it's not allowing me.
Just go to calculator.net then, not the mortgage one.
All right, hold on. Let's see if they will let me do just that. That's weird. Here we go. Let's see. Okay, that one went.
Yeah.
All right, now I'm going to present because I've already got T's numbers in there. And then you're going to understand what got me so aggravated. Oh my gosh. I had venom spewing out of my mouth.
And you guys, front loading interest is different than what Donna's doing, where it's daily. Daily interest is less interest than front loading, just so you know.
Okay. Do you guys see this? Do you guys see this? Now, follow me on these numbers, right? Because Anne-Marie and I, in fact, I printed them. Now, really quick, right before I was showing you interest rate, right? For the building. I'm showing you the interest rate for the building. The interest rate is 9% on the building, and it's a mortgage. 8%. I'm sorry, 8%. We've had that mortgage since September of last year, so 2023. In 2024, we had it for one full year in September. So now what do we have it? A year and a half. This is the ass kicker. I had taken out the HELOC for the construction of this building. Now this is where the snowball effect of being mad came into play. If I would have known then what I know now. We had taken out the home equity line so we could pay for the building to then put it into a mortgage. Oh my God, did my brain explode? My brain exploded. Now I look at the monthly sheet that's sent to me. $1,800.64 note. $1,336.63 is going to interest. Principal is $528. That was a $200,000 loan. I'm now down to $194. Okay. If you look at the how do I make that bigger and us smaller, Andra? Ah, there we go. You guys got a bigger view. Look it up here. Can you all see this? The loan amount. Do I have you all with me? Are you guys still with me? We've got $194,000 in loan. There's about 29 years left on this, right? At 8%. The loan started, if the loan start date was as of yesterday, this is what my monthly schedule would look like.
Donna, you should take out the $25,000 extra payment at this time and then explain it later.
Okay. Oh, thank you, girl. Okay.
You can just uncheck the optimal.
Thank you.
Yeah.
She is so good at this spreadsheet. She's so good at this. Like, I'm so grateful that she gave me her time and that she wanted to come back and give you her time. So if you guys have not gone over and subscribed to Anne-Marie, who is the Queen's Budget, can one of my moderators please link her channel down below? Even though I linked the video, please go subscribe to her, because I'm telling you, you don't get a wealth of information just by one video. You go watch all of those budget and savers. Okay. So Anne-Marie, you want to explain this a little bit more in detail right here? I'm going to zoom in.
So you can see
middle. Let's go for that middle.
Yeah, so you can see that up above, where she had was it 193,000 left?
194.
194. Okay, for 29 years. So in the middle here, you'll see that the total amount that she's going to pay on that 194 is $332,000. So the interest of 163 and the 194 that she owes equals the 332,000, almost 333. So
Wait, let's
she's
change that. I think I have
she's
to.
paying almost the same.
It's showing the extra payment still. We need to get rid of
Oh,
that. Wait, I don't know why it's still showing that.
uncheck the optional. Let's see
Okay,
if
it
that's
wanted me to clear it. All right, let's look at those numbers again. No, it's still showing.
uncheck the and then
Yeah, but
refresh. Just
okay.
refresh it
Because
if
I
you
think
can.
this is important. It's still showing it.
Huh. You're not in the print mode, are you?
No.
Nope. Nope.
Clear. All right, let's try this again. All right, stand by, everybody. Let's get this right. All right, let's start over. There we go. We're over. Okay. All right, let's start from the beginning. And we're going to put the exact number in as of this month, 194,095.54. We have 29 years left, and it is 8%. And these are our numbers.
There it is. Look at that interest, guys. $305,000 on that mortgage for 29 years. So she's paying 1.5 amount over how much she owes.
Do you guys see this?
And if you click to the monthly schedule, and then just scroll down a little bit, so you'll see here monthly, her principal is only the $150.
Right here.
She's paying almost $1,300 in interest on her payments every month up front. That's the front loading interest.
Okay.
So you think you're paying $2,000 towards your mortgage or $1,500. No, you're paying only $142 on your principal of the mortgage. All the rest goes to the bank.
Let's talk about this grid right here, Anne-Marie, that we talked about the other night.
So
let's talk about this.
You can see on this grid here where everything intersects at 10 years, where the front loading interest in the first 10 years is very high. But it all intersects at 10 years. And what happens is then the balance starts going down and the interest kind of starts to teeter off. What banks do is they then, around the 10-year mark of your mortgage, they start sending you the refinancing papers. Oh, refinance. Because what happens is when you refinance your loan, it pulls all of the interest back to the highest amount. So you might be 10 years into your loan and you're only paying maybe $500 towards the interest at that time. But when you refinance, it goes back up to the $1,200 interest. They're trying to get more money out of you if you refinance.
So,
and I want to explain one more thing. If you could pull over to where the monthly payments are, just kind of scoot it over and up just a little. Okay. Look at the first 5 months. Okay. It's 142, 143. So it's like around 150. So 153, 6, 3, 6. Okay. So about 6 payments is about $1,000.
oh, right here. Okay.
So,
all right.
So up to about line 6, you're around $1,000 that you've paid towards your principal. Okay. If in your first payment, instead of paying the 142, well, you have to pay your first payment, but let's say you paid an extra $1,000 on your first payment. You then save all the way down to number 6, where 1, 2, 3, 4, you're saving like $7,000 by just putting $1,000 on your principal.
Okay, stand by a second because I want to show them that on the paper in front of me. I think that's important, yeah, on the screen, but I think it's important to go this way for a second, okay? Let's go this way and let me switch out. Did I lose that? Okay. And it is not allowing me. There we go. Amory, you're somewhere, but
Hey,
you're
Jesus,
not.
I didn't see you in the chat. I'm
Yes.
so glad you're here.
You read his question before. Okay.
Oh, okay.
You did. I don't know why I'm only getting partial screen. Let me go back. Okay. Can you all see this? Can you all see this okay? Let me see if I got you. So, Amory, you want to say that again, and I'm gonna make notes on this piece of paper.
Well, this is in monthly. This is in yearly. Do you have a monthly? Oh, oh yeah, that is monthly. I'm sorry.
But wait, this is the one where I put the 10,000 on the principal.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, the monthly's fine.
Yeah, but this isn't the right one. Give me 1 second. Let me just it's not going to allow me to print it while we're looking at it. All right, let's see if we can. Let's see. Okay. I like this now. There you go, Amory. Let me zoom over. Okay.
And that's in annual, isn't it?
No, it's in. There you go. It went back.
Yeah,
it went back. Okay. So you want to explain that again, and I'm going to see if I can mouse it.
Sure. So you always have to pay a mortgage payment every month. So let's say your very first mortgage payment, you pay, how much do you pay a month? It's the $1,293 plus the $142.
Well, right, but it's really
14.
Right.
Yeah, you're paying $1,450 or something in the first month.
The price is here, $1,436.
Okay, so if you add up the interest and the principal on that first line 1,
right,
you'll see that equals $1,436.
Right.
Now,
so take the $1,293.97 plus the $142.23. That gives us a balance of the $193,953.31.
See, they're only putting $142 towards that ending balance.
Right.
All right. They're not putting the whole $1,400 because the $1,293 is going to the bank.
You know what? Instead of doing your 1,000 that you just said, let's show them what happens with doing what I want to do.
Sure.
Okay. So you see up here on the calculator, there's an optional make an extra payment. If I was to make an extra payment, which I am considering doing, everything that I'm going to show you, I am considering of doing as of tomorrow. That is why the the targeting debt video has not happened yet, because tomorrow I plan on calling the bank and doing this. Ready? You see the number in there? I plan on making a one-time payment from the HELOC on this. And now,
so she saved $72,000 in interest putting that $10,000 deposit.
Do you guys see this?
right
Look at
underneath
the
it.
middle of the screen. Look at the middle of the screen. Right here. Do you see if I make that extra payment on the HELOC, I'm going to save $72,626.64. That was the exact reason I called Amory. I understood her concept, but I said to Amory, I need, just like I needed a donut that day, I need to know exactly what I'm going to save. And how is that going to happen? She took the time and she showed me. I
Now,
want the pen to drop. The like, oh my God, did your mouths hit the floor? Let's see. What did you guys all think of that? What do you think of the middle of that screen right now?
so think about it. If I take out $10,000 on my credit card, they're going to bill me like $300 to do the fee. But look at the interest I save if I do it. I might pay an extra $300 on the transfer of the 0%, but I'm saving that, $50,000-$60,000 in interest in the long run.
So the velocity banking is working for me. And I'm going to show you all that when I do the targeting, right? When the targeting comes in and you see the video. And then you're going to see me. Honestly, I'm going to go a step further. Anne-Marie, I talked about changing this number to this number.
Yep.
Right? We talked about this.
Mm-hmm.
If I changed it to that number, do you see how much interest I would save? $141,860. You know damn well that by using the HELOC, I'm not going to spend that much money because this will all be done within 12 months. I am hitting the ground running. I have come to the baseball game with the baseball bat. I love my baseball bat. I am ready to hit the home run.
The benefit happens in the first 15 years of your mortgage. That's where all of that front-loading interest is. So when you are planning on saving for a house or buying a house, you want to make extra payments in the first 10 years of your mortgage every single month to pay down that extra interest because once you pay the principal, you don't have to pay the interest.
Okay, so now, all right, do we have, before I move on, because I want to take this and I want to bring it into my HELOC spreadsheet. So, looking at the comments, do you have any questions?
So, Lisa, what happens after when you're kind of 10, 15 years into a 30-year mortgage, like you're halfway through, the principal and the interest kind of equal themselves. So if you have $1,000 mortgage payment, it would be like 500 and 500. So yeah, it's still beneficial to keep expediting your principal payment to save that extra $500 a month. But you can see in the first half, it's the $1,500 to $2,000 that you're trying to knock out, not paying.
And what's up on the screen right now where Jesus says, that 5%, yours, I think that when we were talking on Thursday night, you weren't even at 5%. You were at 4%.
It's because of my credit score. So
right.
It depends on your credit score to how much percentage they make you pay. But even at a 5%, I'd be willing to pay $500 to save $70,000. So it's a no-brainer.
So, all right. So are we good? And do you guys want to see the spreadsheet now? Let's bring in the spreadsheet. All right. So this week, I was still playing numbers games. I've printed, I've gone over it. Now, to take this visual, right? I'm going to stop sharing, but I'm going to bring in, I'm going to bring back in my spreadsheet. All right. Okay. Here is my spreadsheet for what I am working on, right? Now you guys are going to get an update prior to me doing my targeting debt video. As of, look at this. If you look at line 9 over here, it says I paid $6,000 yesterday, right? I actually paid it on the 31st. And if you come over here to line 7, this is what my HELOC is at. $63,441. Now, I have B4 and B7, G7. I have, this would be with my next payment, but I'm not there yet. I was thinking of, see here, 10K to building, but I've switched it to 25. So if I change this number to the 10, right? Give me a second to do, it's not going to let me work this while I'm sharing, am I? Hold on. It's going to make me sign in. Okay, I'm signed in. All right. I want to change this number to 10 just for the first example. Because as of right now, I am on a steady course to finish this up. And I am at, if line 7D, if you could see my cursor, is right now. March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. I'm here within December, right? From mine. If I added line 23B into this right now, which is this week, I'm going to add B plus B, hold on. B23. Okay, watch the numbers change. It went up 10,000, right? Did it go up 10? Plus B23. Give me 1 second. It's not mathing. Emery, she moved. Give me a second, guys. I'm sorry. Every time I'm on the spreadsheet, it doesn't work. Let's go back. Okay. I'm at 63,441 right now. If I add B, let's add it. Ready? I add B. I gotta talk myself through this. Stand by. 23. This should add $10,000. Why is it not adding when I'm on here? Does anybody know? Did not add it. Plus.
Something just changed.
Yeah, but it's not adding it. I'm totally off. All right. You know, you talk to them for a second.
Sure. Let me exit full screen. For some reason, I can't type in the comments now that I'm live streaming. So if you have any questions, let me know.
Oh, you gotta give yourself permission on the bottom right, isn't there?
I
On
did,
StreamYard?
I did, and then it's telling me that there's like an error on my account or something.
Oh.
Yeah, it says, whoops, we're having trouble connecting to your YouTube account. There might be an issue with YouTube. So right now I can't comment. So Jesus says, for those asking why extra payment is slow, it's because you're attacking them. Yeah. And you're still paying the front. Yes. So Velocity Banking has a different interest schedule than a front loading interest schedule that the bank has when you're paying your mortgage. So that's what Don is trying to figure out, is if making that extra payment is going to help her with her interest on the Velocity Banking.
Ah, why does it work when I'm not on the screen? All right, I'm coming back. Okay. So it's got a mind of its own. So right here, right now, from where I'm at the 63,441, if I added $10,000 to this HELOC, right, it brings me up to 83,303, and I'm still on my payments. Now, I did pay my first payment of 6,000, but we talked about this, or I talked about it in my own head. I can bring another 2,000, right, from my video. You saw that, right? Mm-hmm. So if you look right here, I put extra 1,000 or 500. See this right here? Mm-hmm. I put that in here in case. Mm-hmm. So even though I've added that, if I was to also do minus, and what is that? B17, I'll put. Because it looks like I can bring 2,000 a month extra. I'm still within the year by adding in that $10,000. Mm-hmm. So for me right now, and I will bring the papers into onto my desk, because working it on the computer screen, it's difficult for me. But
Velocity Banking is definitely better than what I'm doing.
I keep going because I don't know if I have a message. Okay. Just want to make sure I'm not missing anything in the comments. It's Velocity Banking. I'll bring the screen back in. I'll bring it back in. It is working. The spreadsheet is there. And if you look at my spreadsheet, I'm gonna show you everything that I've dumped at it. Let me zoom out just a little bit more. You could see that now on a daily basis. Can you guys see this over here? Can you zoom in? There we go. Look at J and K. I was tracking the interest on a daily off of my bank account. Like I was going in. Like I've gotten to the point where I'm watching these numbers on a daily basis. And anything that came into play is in I, and I'm documenting every single penny and where it's going. And then on the left over here is things that I've used and things that I might want to do. If I want to put 10 into the building, this shouldn't say 10K. This is monies into the building. Is it going to be 10 or is it going to be 25? Now my numbers just changed because I'm not sure which one I want to do. Is it going to be 10,000 or 25,000 tomorrow? I'm gonna make a command decision. I'm just saying that this week, again, was all about math. And the fact that this interest stuff is ridiculous. And if you go back to my new handy dandy notebook, right, where I was writing things down, I wrote down my goal. I want to create generational wealth. And then when you take your interest rate that you have, you times that by 2, and then you add the 0, you're actually paying 160% more than what you would have. Because I'm at 8%. Times that by 2, you get 16. Add a 0, I'm paying 160 times more than what I should have. It's criminal. It's criminal. And then, see, I'm not kidding you. I did a brain dump without even realizing I was dumping. And this is the truth. Amory is doing it without a HELOC, and she's been doing it with her credit card. Amory, you are awesome.
Thank you, Donna. You're more awesome, because I'm so excited to watch how your velocity banking is working. Because when I think when I'm done paying off the credit card, I might go ahead and turn and do velocity banking myself.
And let's talk about this.
I have to see if my numbers work with how much I can contribute every month, to see if it works for me.
Okay. So now let's take this. For the last 2 years, you guys have watched me save to sink. You've watched me save money, sink it into sinking funds. I had to readjust. Save to sink is still in play. It has now gone from 6 binders to 1 binder, 1 month to 12 months. It's a year-long save to sink. Now, I'm going to be transparent with you. Yesterday was the first. I sank yesterday. That video was all about sinking money. Then right after that video, I do banking for the month. I'm done, right? All my banking gets done. I'm the bookkeeper for the family. TJ's, Vinny's, John's, the building, the business, and then my business, right? So I'm running numbers for 6 different things, getting it done. And I have been thinking nothing but numbers. And then I tell you that I keep envisioning 0, right? 0, 0. It's going to come down to 0. I am projecting that to myself. I then went to bed. I opened my eyes this morning. And I don't open my eyes and think, oh, what a glorious morning, right? I go, whatever I was dreaming about or subconsciously thinking about, I open my eyes and this is what I think. Oh my God. This is me. And I go, oh my God. What if I don't have enough money in February, March, and April? Because I sank for those months already. I'm fully funded for those months. I go, what if I want to go get my hair done? I don't have a sinking fund for that anymore. What if the guys need welding supplies? I don't have a sinking fund for that right now. I don't have that in the binder. And I literally squirreled. I squirreled. And I said, okay, do I need these? This is all within the first 5 minutes of me opening my eyes and without a cup of coffee. I said, oh my God, do I need to put a just because or an oh poop in the back of this binder? Do I need to have that? Right? Because we've gotten used to having cash to then pay for the credit card, right? So I go, dang it, do I need no poop in here? I'm like, shoot. And then I started getting like a little nervous. And I'm like, no. I calmed myself down and I was like, no. You're going to continue doing what you're doing. You're going to use that credit card because we're the month ahead. You'd use that credit card because we use that American Airlines credit card so that we can travel for free. We're going to use that. And if by chance it goes over to where I can't, I know that I've saved in February, and when that bill is due at the end of March, right? Follow me on this. So I save all February long. I know that the credit card closes out on the 2nd of the month. I know what that bill will be at the 28th of the month. So I save all February. If I need extra cash at the end to pay that credit card, I'll have it. I started to calm myself down because this is all still new and you're going to think the same way. But then I thought, I don't even need the emergency fund anymore because I'm not anywhere near full capacity on my home equity line, on my HELOC. And if something was to happen, I've got that. And I'm going at that like a freight train. Nothing is getting in my way. I am going to run it over. I am going to demolish it. I'm done. And the fact that I'm going to be saving that much money in interest on that building, because it's behind me, and still have that paid off, and then to pull that whole building into that HELOC by February of next year, because I do want 2 months of sinking again. So for 2 months, I'm not going to hit that building. And I hope to keep that freight train going. So do we have any questions? Did I miss anything? So extra payments doesn't help you get higher credit limits, right? Because the bank doesn't know how you manage your money. Doing velocity banking with a credit card will get thousands of money in credit limit increase. But see, this is just it. Okay, let's talk about that for a second. Let's talk about that. Velocity banking, me going at this, doesn't give you free reign to go spend that money again. We talked about this in depth the other night, you and I.
We did.
This was a whole nother hour-long conversation, which is very, very important. All because you gain that financial freedom doesn't mean you go out and spend it. You've got to stay regimented, on point, focused, and not sway from it.
That's how you get in trouble. Yep.
You gotta, it's basically loud and proud, huge word. Think of it, envision it, put it over your head. It's a commitment. You've got to commit. So today, when I was going over that notebook and I was getting into those words and I was doing those affirmations and I was being regimented and this is how I feel. Like, this is it. I'm done. And when I said I was dropping those F-bombs and I was so looking at those numbers and talking to Amory, I wasn't mad at the world. I was mad at me. Me. And I think it was that video where I was like, 57 years old and I'm just thinking of this. I'm just realizing this. Where the freak was I? I was not in the moment. I was not looking at my numbers. I just went about it. This was life. You're supposed to have a mortgage. You're supposed to pay the bill. This is the way it's supposed to be. Put your money in the bank. Take your money out of the bank. Use your credit card. Pay your credit card. Get your car loan. Pay your car note. Get your gas. What the freak? Wrong. All wrong. We've been brainwashed the wrong way.
Jesse, I just want to answer your question. I know Bev answered it as well. Um, I would base it on the lowest amount you make, just to be, that would be the safest. Or if you want, how Bev said, to take the 4 weeks and average it, you can do it that way too. But if you want to be extra cautious and conservative, base it on the lowest amount a week you make for the month.
So, what an amazing week, an amazing night we've had. I know that mortgage calculator can be overwhelming. So look at that. And I think that it should get you mad. It should make you, that list of things I want you to do for homework, your income, your expenses, your cash flow, your credit card scores, those are all important things that you need to have in front of you regularly in order to conquer the badness that's in front of us. Basically, you've got to own it. You got to own it. Amory, what do you see? I don't think we talked about this the other night. What is your game plan? What is your window?
I definitely want to be debt free before I retire, and I'm retiring. My goal is to retire at 62, and I'm 56 now. So I'm looking to hopefully be debt free in 3 years. Now, if I don't know if you guys have ever followed me from the beginning of my YouTube channel, but I was debt free except for my mortgage when I started my YouTube channel. And because life happens, now I have the 0% credit card. I did another round of that. And I have some care credit issues because I had a pet loss, which happened within 1 week. You know, I racked up like $8,000 on my care credit for my cat. So it was unexpected. And I had a car accident a year ago and had to buy a new car. So I paid cash for my car, which took about $20,000 out of my savings. So yeah, I'm in debt now, and that happens. That's life. But I am going to tackle this and get it out of the way. Hopefully I can get the credit card done within the year and a half, which I know I will, and the care credit. So then it will just be the mortgage that I owe.
Right. Jesus, I wasn't saying that that's what you said to do. What I was saying is that once they start the velocity banking, that doesn't give them, like this is what Amory and I were talking about the other night. Sometimes when people see that they cleared up debt, their mind tricks them and they think they have the money to spend again. That was the point I was going at. It didn't have anything to do with that. Amory and I had a totally different conversation in regards to, once you make the commitment to do velocity banking, you've got to stick with it, and you can't go and spend the money that you just refound, basically. Right, Amory? Is that?
Yeah.
How would you add to that?
I think that you got to tackle it. You have to have it like in your forefront that you're going to tackle it. You know what I mean? Like Dave Ramsey says, you're going to attack it like a Giselle. You know, you're going to run like a Giselle with tackling that debt.
Right.
Is that what you're?
No, but basically what we were saying was that Once you see it and you start velocity banking and your numbers start going down and you commit yourself to this, people then say, oh, I've got more money. Like I've got more credit, like in there. Like, oh, what can I go buy? Oh, I now have a buffer of $10,000. Oh, I want to like you got to see it to the end.
Yeah, you can't falter from this. You know, if you're
Yeah.
going to be dedicated to do it, you have to do it as the program, as a program, you know, as a
This is it. This is what's trying to come out of my mouth. If it's not coming out, this is exactly. People take the HELOC, pay off their debt, then build it back
and
up again. Like that. This is it. You can't.
then they
Like once you
yeah,
do this, you've got to have self-control. Basically,
yeah,
yes. Can't do that.
nope.
You know, like all right. Let's take me for example. So in the HELOC, I took. Oh my gosh, I'll get to that in a second. I took the mortgage, I took the truck, and I took the car. Right? So in somebody, if they're not fully focused, they're gonna be like, oh, I paid that all off. But you did, but you didn't. That's still sitting in the loan. I cleared up $6,000, but that $6,000 for the mortgage and the two car notes have to go to that HELOC. It came into the checking account yesterday. I could have been like, I only have to pay interest. Maybe for a month, I'll just pay the interest and I'll take that extra money and I'll go do A, B, and C. Do
And
you follow me on that?
you see in a lot of debt confessions that people have on YouTube where they talk about they have like a consolidation loan, but then they rack up their credit cards again afterwards. So that's kind of defeats the purpose of it, because now they have to pay the loan and they have to pay the credit card. Then they take out another consolidation. So you see it in all of the debt confessions, and you guys, you can't do that. You have to experience being debt free. It's a wonderful experience to be debt free, and that's what this whole thing is all about. Is, you know, the if you look at my other credit cards, I don't have anything on my other credit cards except for that emergency for my cat and the 0%, which is going as a task. You know, I'm not thinking of the interest that I'm saving. I'm just wanting to get. It's more or less you have to think about just getting those things paid off. You know,
Right.
and then once you're debt free, then you live within your means. So
But see, now when I think of the savings and budget community, people that are in our everyday, right? If you're new, you might sway the wrong way, meaning you might clear up your debt and then go right back to it if you're new. But if you've been saving and sinking, you've gotten to a habit. Even if you've been saving and not sinking and paying down debt, you now have that taste in your mouth that you'd rather save than spend. So I think that this would be something that you'd be able to handle, because I think that you would be like, yeah, oh my God, there's an end here. And I've been saving and I can do this. I don't want to spend it. So I think we, as a village and a community, we're like the best example. I think you'd be able to stick to it because you've stuck to saving.
and it all comes down to mindset. You're creating a new mindset when you are getting debt free or when you are debt free. It's like I'm squirrel brain and everything else in my life except for budgeting. So it's just that it's just the way you just create a whole new mindset over it and you live by it.
Right. Infinite banking is when you use a whole life insurance policy to then fund you. Like it it comes full circle. Your money into the whole life. It's like a trust, and it's a whole. Christy Van does it now on Fantastic. She's working this into it to basically be her own bank, to be your own bank. I have used my whole life insurance policies at one time or another to withdraw from and put back in, and withdraw from and put back in many years ago. I think that would be my next lesson in life when I'm done with the velocity. Once I have the 2 buildings paid off, but okay. I had asked Vinny. Oh, before I get into Vinny, let me tell you this. I paid off the truck. I paid off the car. Yesterday, both titles came in the mail. Oh. And I can't show it to you because it's got my address on it. But from my bank, it says current payment, current escrow, total payment, new payment, 0, 0, and 0. I'm not owned by the bank, basically. I'm owned by me. So now, do I have a goal of being within this year into the goal of 2025 of clearing this all up? Yes. I am being realistic. It happens, right? We all know, take the out of it. It happens. Vinny, I asked my son Vinny to be here tonight. Vinny is working on something truly amazing. Truly amazing. It has been a work in progress for 10 years. I've given this guy, my kid, I'm going to call him my kid, even though he's an adult, the benefit of the doubt to do this, right? That's why he's still here. His girl of 10 years has the faith in him also, right? Vinny's really close to having something amazing produced. We had a whole business conversation the other day, and I said to him, please come on Sunday Nights Live. He goes, no, he's not a man for the camera. And by October, November, I might have taken $25,000 off the building, but $25,000 might have to go to Vinny for this adventure. And at first he's sitting there going, no, Ma, I don't want you to pay for anything. I want to do this. I go, no, I'm not going to allow you to go to a bank. I'm not going to allow you to go to, I know we can do it. And so in my head, my time frame has to be the end of this year so that I might have to pick up his 25. Because by me putting forth financial into my kid's life, he might be something huge one day. And that's how much confidence I have in him. So even though I'm running numbers and I see my projection, and projected numbers are becoming something of my everyday life, I'm okay that they could change. But if they're going to change, I see the goodness in that change. And I'm ready to go on and take it a little further. So my numbers are here, but by the end of the year, my numbers might change again. Big things happening in this family. And this is the God's honest truth. I tell you, I call you my village for a reason, because it takes a village. And Andrew might be the chief over there, but I'm the commander-in-chief over here. Mm-hmm. They're talking about the whole life and the other life, right? They're talking. Term life expires. Whole life doesn't. Term life, I personally believe you're wasting your money on term. I've always been frugal, save my money. I'm heavy is that opposite.
Jesse, I have that problem too.
Yeah, me too. Me too. Right. Now, the older you get, term life is usually only for 20 years. So you're paying into a policy hoping that the death comes between 20 from the beginning of that signature in 20 years. If not, that money's gone. Sometimes you can mull them over, but not likely. Yeah, Vinny's got some amazing things, and I so wanted him. In fact, I said to him right before he came up and he was doing his dishes, and I'm like, are you going to come? I don't know what I'd say. I go, you don't have to know anything. You would just have to answer my questions. And he's like, no, I can't do that. Oh my God. And I just so want to tell you all about it. And what is it? Gag order. Got a gag order. Got a gag order. Oh. But let me tell you something. If I was willing to invest that kind of money, you got to know that and that's not even all of it. That's just some of it. Yeah, Wendy, I feel you on that. We took out term. I was in my 20s. John was in his 30s, and I kicked myself in the butt for taking out term. I really do. I actually took out, oh gosh, it's within the last 10 years. I actually took out whole policies for my boys when they were in their teenage years. Actually, when TJ got his house when he was 19. So once TJ got his house, there had to be a life insurance policy on him just in case. And Vinny was younger. Yeah, this, if you guys remember, a year ago, one of the young guys passed, and he's a wife, had left behind his wife and his children, and he had just let his life insurance lapse. Yeah. Yeah. You know what? You're 100% right. You're 100% right. Term life is always less than what a whole life policy would be. So but then again, you know what? I was probably affording what I could afford. Being young, children, home, cars, rubbing two nickels together. Right. We didn't have money when we were newly married and just starting out. We really didn't. Perfect example. Right. But when you borrow from a whole life policy, there are rules in play where you can only borrow so much or else the policy crumbles. Am I correct, Jesus? It's definitely like, okay. So when we think about okay, so that is correct. You got to be careful what you borrow from a whole life. Depending on your like I'm New York Life. I'm New York Life. I love my guy. He came from the NYPD with me. Like I trust him. He does all our finances. I could call him. Here's a perfect example. Jesus, perfect example. when we were going to build the building, I was getting the HELOC. I was getting the HELOC, and they couldn't guarantee that the paperwork and the HELOC was going to happen in the time frame where I needed the first sum of monies to the builder. So I literally was sitting here in a panic going, where am I getting this funding from? Didn't have a HELOC. Can't get a mortgage because it's new construction. What am I doing? I called my insurance, my guy from New York Life. And I said to him, basically, I have all my investments with him, and I have the whole lives with him. I'm like, Joe, if I needed this amount and I needed it now, he's like, all right, if you got this amount now, and this was an example, if I took out this amount now, there's a 30-day window. I don't even know what he was doing. But if you needed 2 weeks and then the funding was coming through and you got this back in, there'd be no penalty. If you have a guy, like, you have an investment guy, you have leverage more than you think you do. Does anybody else drink salsa and get indigestion? Oh my God, it kills me when I have seltzer. I don't know why I keep doing that to myself. What an amazing night. So I'm going to ask you guys a question. I want you to think for just a minute. Just think for a second. When you think about the entire night, what is the one thing that you take away from this evening? One thing. Just give me one thing that's sticking in your brain as we get ready to close. Exactly. Mm-hmm. We got crickets. Oh, there we go. Here they come. Hi, Yvette. Oh, Wendy likes the mortgage calculator. Stop spending money.
And Wendy, you can go to the mortgage calculator and put in your numbers as it is right now. So if you know how much your balance is on your mortgage and how many more years you have left, and then what the interest rate is, you can see how much you're paying. It will calculate your amortization chart as it is.
I don't know who. Are you guys talking about Susie Orman? I agree. Hi, Magic Frog. Scrap Studio.
They're talking about Susie Orman.
That's who I thought they were. I didn't see any of that.
I had a visit of
I needed that. Oh my God. Yes. Oh my gosh. I think we need a savings challenge with that. Oh my gosh. Yeah. And it's a matter of dump and run. Dump and run. Just dump in, take minimal out. Dump in, take the minimal out. Like, oh my gosh. I'm like, I kind of wish that like you guys were in the room with me and I can literally sit at my computer and show you like me putting the numbers in, pulling the numbers out, putting the numbers in. And I do this, I'm not kidding you, probably about 70 times a day without being exaggerative.
And I think what I like is where you said that you're doing that and the banks, the amounts are exactly as you're calculating.
Holy moly. Holy moly.
That's like, really a good sign.
Like if I was to log in well, tomorrow will be another day. And here's the best part. When I was running those numbers, whatever number I'm at, what did I say I was at? I am at
63? No.
$441, right? As of line 7. I'm at
Thanks, Patty.
$63,000, right? Started with 104 on January 21st. Like, let's do the math, right? Granted, the high yield, gone. The sinking funds envelopes, gone, right? Whatever money I had laying around, gone. Yes, the inheritance was a major player. Now, I talked about this. I said that the inheritance was blood money, right? And that's how I felt about it. Right? I had to get it because of a death. Ugh, right? Such a horrible taste in my mouth. And there's a whole nother story to this monies that bothers me. But that's for another time and place. But the positive I'm going to take away from that monies is this. That monies forced me to figure out what I wanted to pay off, which forced me into a debt confession, right? Because it wasn't really on my radar to do that. And once I did that confession, I saw the bigger picture that I knew was there, but I was okay with paying it off monthly for the next 12 years. Not, and 12 is exaggerating. You know, the mortgage was going to be paid off next April. And then the truck had 3 years left and the car had 6. Holy moly. I'm done.
Done.
Face it. That's all I'm trying to say is face that. Face it. Face it and figure it out. But everybody's takeaway tonight was pretty awesome. I want to thank Jesus for joining us again. He does answer amazing questions. And you guys, we all have so much more to learn. You're never too old and nothing is ever beneath you. Remember that. There's something out, like, read between the lines. And if we keep doing what we do, and we've got over 100 eyes on everything, wow. Talk about fact checking. We got this. We've got this. And I want to tell you again, thank you so much for spending so much time with me this week and educating me and inspiring me. I'm like, thank you. Emery, your numbers mathed in my head.
Yeah, your math is mathing too. I was just thinking that. Yep.
And when people come and they're new to our savings and budget world and they watch me save that $200 a day and they don't understand, we have to have grace with them and teach them how did this happen? How did this happen? And when they see that I'm saving $50 a day for a 5K, well, that's not saving $50 a day to go spend. That money now has a purpose. It's got a job. I'm not letting my money tell me what it's going to do. I'm telling my money what it's going to do now. It's like literally I have an attitude with my money.
That's great.
I basically talk back once. And it's never going to talk back to me again.
And like I said, it's a mindset, you know. You learn how to you kind of live the way, you know, how mindsets are, like you kind of get it and then it's like it's all you know. It's like tying your shoe, you just know how to do it. So
and you get caught up in the what is the word I'm looking for that we just la 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 la. You just go along with it. You
Go in
flow. You
flow.
don't question it. You just do it
You
because you
just do
think
it.
that's what we were caught up in it. We were caught up in it,
It's
and
because
now we're not caught up.
the mainstream wants you to do it that way because they're making more money.
Right. All right, we're gonna let you all go. It is 9:30. I hope that you guys had a great week. I will see you back here in the next video. Amory, thank you for joining us.
Thank
Amory, don't go
you.
nowhere. Okay, stay
Okay.
there.
Mm-hmm. Bye,
Bye,
guys.
everyone.
Thank you for listening.
Yes, everybody keep Andrea in her thoughts. She's traveling, and since the whole DC thing the other night, she's not, and we all know that. So just, she better message me when she gets home tonight. She better message me. Good night, everyone.
Good night.